Leviticus 23. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, The appointed times of Yahweh which you are to proclaim as set apart gatherings, my appointed times, are these. 6 days work is done, but the seventh day is a Sabbath of rest, a set apart gathering. You do no work, it is a Sabbath to Yahweh in all your dwellings. These are the appointed times of Yahweh, set apart gatherings which you are to proclaim at their appointed times. In the first new moon, on the 14th day of the new moon, between the evenings, is the Pesach to Yahweh. And on the 15th day of this new moon is the festival of Matzot to Yahweh. 7 days you eat unleavened bread. And on the first day you have a set apart gathering, you do no servile work. And you shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh for 7 days. On the seventh day is a set apart gathering, you do no servile work. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and you shall say to them, When you come into the land which I give you, and shall reap its harvest, and you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest, and ye shall wave the sheaf before Yahweh for your acceptance. On the morrow, after the Sabbath, the priest waves it. And on that day, when you wave the sheaf, you shall prepare a male lamb, a year old, a perfect one, as an ascending offering to Yahweh. And its grain offering, 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour, mixed with oil, an offering made by fire to Yahweh, a sweet fragrance. And its drink offering, 1/4 of a hin of wine. And you do not eat bread or roasted grain or fresh grain until the same day that you have brought an offering to your Elohim, a law forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. And from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering, you shall count for yourselves 7 completed Sabbaths. Until the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, you count 50 days. Then you shall bring a new grain offering to Yahweh. Bring from your dwellings for a wave offering 2 loaves of bread, of 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour they are, baked with leaven, first fruits to Yahweh. And besides the bread, you shall bring 7 lambs, a year old, perfect ones, and 1 young bull and 2 rams. They are an ascending offering to Yahweh, with their grain offering and their drink offerings, an offering made by fire for a sweet fragrance to Yahweh. And you shall offer 1 male goat as a sin offering, and 2 male lambs, a year old, as a slaughter of peace offerings. And the priest shall wave them besides the bread of the first fruits as a wave offering before Yahweh, besides the 2 lambs. They are set apart to Yahweh for the priest. And on the same day you shall proclaim a set apart gathering for yourselves. You do no servile work on it, a law forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. When you reap the harvest of your land, do not completely reap the corners of your field when you reap, and do not gather any gleaning from your harvest. Leave them for the poor and for the sojourner. I am Yahweh your Elohim. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th new moon, on the first day of the new moon, you have a rest, a remembrance of Teruah, a set apart gathering. You do no servile work, and you shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, On the 10th day of this 7th new moon is Yom HaKippurim. It shall be a set apart gathering for you, and you shall afflict your beings, and shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh. And you shall do no work on that same day, for it is Yom Kippurim, to make atonement for you before Yahweh your Elohim. And for any being who is not afflicted on that same day, he shall be cut off from his people. And any being who does any work on that same day, that being I shall destroy from the midst of his people. You do no work, a law forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. It is a Sabbath of rest to you, and you shall afflict your beings on the 9th day of the new moon at evening. From evening to evening you observe your Sabbaths. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, On the 15th day of this 7th new moon is the festival of Sukkot, for 7 days to Yahweh. On the first day is a set apart gathering, you do no servile work. For 7 days you bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh. On the 8th day there shall be a set apart gathering for you, and you shall bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh. It is a closing festival, you do no servile work. These are the appointed times of Yahweh which you proclaim as set apart gatherings, to bring an offering made by fire to Yahweh, an ascending offering and a grain offering, a slaughtering and drink offerings as commanded for every day, besides the Sabbaths of Yahweh, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your voluntary offerings which you give to Yahweh. On the 15th day of the 7th new moon, when you gather in the fruit of the land, celebrate the festival of Yahweh for 7 days. On the first day is a rest, and on the 8th day is a rest. You shall take for yourselves on the first day the fruit of good trees, branches of palm trees, twigs of leafy trees, and willows of the stream, and shall rejoice before Yahweh your Elohim for 7 days. And you shall celebrate it as a festival to Yahweh for 7 days in the year, a law forever in your generations. Celebrate it in the 7th new moon. Dwell in booths for 7 days. All who are native born in Israel dwell in booths, so that your generations know that I made the children of Israel dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Mitzrayim. I am Yahweh your Elohim. Thus did Moshe speak of the appointed times of Yahweh to the children of Israel. That concludes Leviticus 23. Thank you.